Welcome, esteemed viewers, to our deep dive into one of history's most enigmatic figures, the Count of Saint Germain. Today, we will explore his secretive past, multifaceted interests, and the astonishing legacy that has captivated well-informed scholars, historians, and occult experts alike. In this video, we present rigorous, fact-driven insights designed for experts in historical analysis, esoteric studies, and advanced alchemical research. Our discussion will peel back layers of mystery surrounding his disputed origins, from contested birth dates to conflicting accounts of noble and royal lineages. We will also examine his intriguing role in European high society, his diplomatic maneuvers across courts, and his deep involvement in scientific experimentation and philosophical debates. Moreover, we will provide robust numerical and empirical data that underline his contributions to music and arts, as well as his literary and esoteric works that continue to inspire advanced research today. So fasten your seatbelts and prepare for a journey through time, mythology, and technical mastery as we investigate every facet of the Count's complex persona. Let the adventure begin in a realm where historical fact meets creative analysis and rigorous scholarship. Stay tuned as we unlock secrets and challenge conventional wisdom with innovative perspectives right now. Historians have long debated the true origins of the Count of Saint Germain, a figure whose early life remains shrouded in enigma and controversy. The Count's birth is estimated to have occurred around 1691 or even 1712, although documentary evidence is sparse and often contradictory. Several theories have emerged over time, ranging from the assertion that he was the natural son of an Italian princess to claims linking him to Transylvanian royalty, notably as the alleged son of Francis II Rackazzi. Some accounts even suggest that he was born in Strasbourg, making him an Alsatian of Jewish descent, while other narratives propose that he was a Spanish Jesuit or a noble from Portugal. Each theory is meticulously backed with fragments of historical records, yet none can be confirmed unambiguously. The Count cultivated an aura of mystery by intentionally concealing his origins, adopting multiple pseudonyms across different regions. This intentional ambiguity allowed him to maneuver freely among Europe's most exclusive circles, exploiting the uncertainties surrounding his past to build a multifaceted persona. Scholars have noted that his elusive background may have been an elaborate act to evade persecution or exploit the socio-political fabrics of his time. Detailed analyses of tax records, personal correspondences, and contemporary accounts reveal not only his high level of education, but also a mastery over languages, including Italian, French, and possibly Spanish and Portuguese, that further accentuated the enigma of his true identity. Advanced statistical and documentary analyses indicate recurring discrepancies in archival data, fueling further speculation about potential hidden identities. Modern historians continue to employ forensic document examination and other technical methodologies to reevaluate the scant evidence available, yet the Count's true origins remain persistently elusive. Recent interdisciplinary studies combining statistical analysis, paleography, and archiving methods continue to fuel debates, leaving more questions than answers. In the mid-18th century, the Count of Saint Germain emerged as a pivotal figure within Europe's elite society. His enigmatic presence was underscored by meticulously orchestrated appearances at the courts of England, France, and the Dutch Republic, where his refined manners and technical prowess commanded respect. In England, his musical performances were not merely recreational, but served as sophisticated displays of his mastery in composition and violin proficiency, garnering admiration from connoisseurs such as Lady Jemima Yorke, and even piquing the curiosity of influential figures like Horace Walpole. His brief arrest on espionage suspicions during the Jacobite Rebellion only amplified his mystique, with conflicting official records that detailed his arrest and subsequent release, highlighting an almost clandestine network of diplomacy and intelligence operations. In France, his service under Louis XV and interactions with Madame de Pompadour illustrate the overlap between courtly patronage and scientific innovation. The allocation of a suite of rooms at Chambord and the funding of an experimental laboratory underscore his involvement in state-sponsored research, engaging in projects designed to improve dye production for French fabrics, an initiative reflecting both economic consideration and advanced chemical experimentation. His role in the Dutch Republic further illustrates the transnational dimensions of his operations. Here, amidst the tensions of the Seven Years' War, the Count skillfully negotiated diplomatic passage, assisted by influential bankers and key figures like Count Bentinck de Roon, who facilitated his safe egress to England with an officially sanctioned passport. Advanced archival research, including analysis of primary documents, letters, and court records, reveals that his network extended deeply into the shadowy realms of espionage and diplomatic intrigue. Meticulous numerical records indicate that his financial transactions often involved sums that defied conventional explanation, hinting at undisclosed funding sources and elaborate financial schemes. His ability to maneuver across national borders with ease was not merely a product of charm, but also of a calculated strategy constructed on a foundation of sophisticated diplomatic correspondences, coded messages, and discreet negotiations. In sum, the Count's activities within high society were marked by an intricate blend of cultural sophistication, technical expertise, and political cunning, rendering him an operative whose every move was shrouded in both mystery and precision. Careful, quantitative analysis of court archives and diplomatic records further corroborates his involvement in high-stakes negotiations, while cross-referencing coinage and ledger entries reveals an intricate matrix of transactions that defy simple classification. His multifaceted approach redefined elite networking. The Count of Saint-Germain was not merely a social phenomenon. He was a polymath whose scientific and alchemical pursuits were deeply intertwined with philosophical inquiry. His work in experimental chemistry and early metallurgy was driven by a desire to understand the fundamental principles of matter. Detailed treatises attributed to him, although scarce, reveal advanced knowledge in melting crystals and even claims of transmuting metals, a pursuit reminiscent of classical alchemical quests to turn base substances into noble ones. Quantitative data from his laboratory experiments demonstrate that his methods, while enigmatic, often yielded chemical reactions that defied contemporary explanations, prompting modern researchers to revisit his techniques. Moreover, the Count's philosophical interests were profound and highly systematic. He integrally connected empirical research with metaphysical exploration, positing that the evolution of matter paralleled the evolution of the soul. His discourse on the universal medicine combined elements of proto-chemistry with symbolic numerology, proposing that specific ratios and proportions could unlock life-extending properties. Contemporary analyses suggest that his numerical assertions, such as the claimed ability to consolidate 10 small diamonds into one larger gemstone without loss of mass, were not only a display of technical audacity, but also an early forerunner of conservation principles in chemical reactions. Advanced scholars have dissected his writings and experimental logs, applying modern thermodynamic and quantum models to interpret his work. Critical examinations reveal that while many of his experiments remain shrouded in allegory, the underlying patterns indicate a sophisticated understanding of energy conservation and reactive kinetics. His interdisciplinary approach provided an early blueprint for a synthesis of science and philosophy, anticipating later developments in both theoretical physics and metaphysical studies. As such, the Count's legacy in scientific circles is not merely that of an eccentric alchemist, but of an innovator whose work straddled the thresholds of modern scientific inquiry and ancient wisdom. His contributions, though often veiled in myth, continue to provoke rigorous debate and inspire new research into the hidden arithmetic of nature. By integrating experimental data with theoretical frameworks, the Count initiated early forms of multidisciplinary research that blurred the lines between established science and mystical interpretation. His pioneering work, though largely obscured by legend, contains quantifiable phenomena that modern instruments have begun to measure and analyze systematically. These enduring challenges to conventional scientific thought have solidified his reputation as a master of both the seen and unseen realms of natural law. This legacy remains profoundly influential. The Count of Saint-Germain's impact on the world of music and art is as distinctive as his shadowy reputation in other fields. His attributed musical works, including trio sonatas, violin solos, and a variety of vocal compositions, reflect an intimate understanding of both the technical and emotional potential of music. Archival studies have meticulously cataloged these compositions, which feature complex harmonies and innovative use of musical meter. His contributions were not limited to performance. Rather, they extended to the technical realm, where his compositions incorporated mathematical structures and overtone series that predate modern theories of acoustics. Detailed examination of his musical scores reveals time signatures and key modulations that suggest a deep understanding of counterpoint and harmonic progressions. Expert analysis of the sonatas attributed to him has identified recurring numerical motifs and rigorous patterns, some of which align with contemporary theories in music mathematics. His violin solos, often performed in intimate salons in London, incorporated improvisational techniques that later became a subject of academic research. These performances not only entertained aristocratic audiences, but also pushed the boundaries of musical form and creativity. Moreover, the Count's artistic engagement extended into the realms of visual arts and theatrical performance. Contemporary accounts mention his flair for style and extravagant dress, which were integral parts of his identity as an aesthete and innovator. Eyewitness testimonies from salon gatherings and court circles detail his use of vivid imagery and symbolism, both in his personal attire and in the allegorical themes of his compositions. In a calculated blend of science, math, and art, he encapsulated the spirit of the Enlightenment, making his artistic outputs as much a display of intellectual prowess as of aesthetic pleasure. Modern musicologists and art historians continue to delve into his surviving works. Advanced analytical techniques, including spectral analysis of sound scores and forensic examination of manuscript ink, have added technical depth to our understanding of his compositions. These studies reveal that his artistic legacy, imbued with a unique blend of creativity and precision, remains a testament to his genius. His masterful fusion of art and science endures timelessly, truly eternal. The literary contributions attributed to the Count of Saint Germain, though few in number, are laden with deep symbolism and esoteric insight that continue to provoke scholarly debate. Among these works, La Très Sainte Trinosophie stands out as an intricately illustrated manuscript conveying a complex journey of spiritual initiation. Its allegorical narrative employs rich symbolic language, blending mysticism with alchemical theory, and remains a subject of technical analysis in modern esoteric studies. Detailed annotations in ancient calligraphy suggest that the manuscript was once in the possession of the Count himself, lending credence to its enigmatic origins. Another significant work is the so-called triangular manuscript, which exists in two known copies housed within the Manly Palmer Hall collection. This uniquely shaped manuscript outlines a magical ritual purported to grant remarkable benefits such as wealth acquisition and life extension. The text is replete with coded instructions involving numerical sequences, geometric symbolism, and ritualistic procedures that have been rigorously analyzed by experts in the field of cryptology and mysticism. Advanced software algorithms have recently been applied to decode its hidden patterns, revealing a sophisticated interplay of mathematics and metaphysical doctrine. Furthermore, the underlying themes in these texts resonate with established esoteric traditions, including early theosophy and Renaissance Hermeticism. In his writings, the Count integrates empirical observations with metaphysical musings, suggesting that access to hidden knowledge depends on the adept's ability to perceive the interconnection between the physical and spiritual realms. Statistical analyses of recurring motifs within these manuscripts have even shown parallels to modern theories of information encoding and pattern recognition. Contemporary scholars continue to debate the true authorship and historical authenticity of these works, applying forensic techniques such as spectral imaging and carbon dating. Their findings contribute significant, quantifiable data to the ongoing discourse regarding the Count's actual involvement in the creation of these texts. Ultimately, the literary and esoteric corpus associated with the Count of Saint Germain serves not only as a window into his multifaceted genius, but also as an enduring challenge to the boundaries between myth and empirical evidence. In-depth computational analyses and peer-reviewed studies have gradually unraveled layers of cryptic symbolism in these manuscripts. Their quantified motifs, when cross-examined with parallel works from the Renaissance, underscore the precision and intentionality behind every symbol. This data-driven approach provides critical insights into the Count's intellectual framework and validates his status as a true architect of esoteric literature with remarkable clarity. In his final years, the Count of Saint-Germain retreated into relative seclusion while continuing his experimental and diplomatic engagements. Historical documents record his arrival in Altona, Schleswig, in 1779, where he formed a close association with Prince Charles of Hesse-Kassel, a fellow aficionado of mysticism. Detailed accounts from the St. Nikolai Church in Eckernford confirm that he died on the 27th of February 1784, a day that was meticulously recorded in ecclesiastical registers. His funeral, held on the 2nd of March, was a modest affair despite the legends that surrounded his life, and records indicate that his debts and belongings were subject to an official auction soon afterwards. A thorough review of church accounting books and public records reveals that his estate was far from opulent. The ledger lists items such as paid bills, a modest sum of 82 Reichsdollars, and 13 shillings in cash, and various pieces of personal clothing. No evidence was found of the jewels or vast treasures that his legends imply. This discrepancy between his lavish public persona and the modesty of his final possessions has fueled ongoing debates among historians and occult scholars. Modern archival studies and forensic examinations continue to puzzle over the Count's true wealth and the origins of his reputed miracles. Some argue that his purported immortality was a carefully crafted myth, propagated over time to reinforce his enigmatic reputation. Today, his legacy endures in literature, occult teachings, and popular culture, ensuring that his life and achievements remain topics of rigorous analysis and passionate discourse. Extensive research into his documented interactions and the subtle clues embedded in his estate records continues to challenge historians. These studies not only clarify the mysterious circumstances surrounding his final days, but also offer quantifiable evidence that deepens our understanding of his enduring impact on European cultural and scientific paradigms. In conclusion, the Count of Saint-Germain remains a figure of extraordinary complexity, whose life straddles the realms of historical fact and esoteric legend. Our deep exploration has revealed a meticulously constructed persona, marked by advanced scientific inquiry, sophisticated diplomatic maneuverings, and a unique synthesis of art and mysticism. The interplay of numerical data, archival evidence, and symbolic texts challenges conventional narratives, inviting a reevaluation of what is possible at the intersection of myth and modern science. This comprehensive analysis underscores the Count's role as a catalyst for intellectual curiosity and innovative thought. His legacy endures in diverse fields, from the experimental laboratories of Enlightenment courts to the cryptic pages of esoteric manuscripts that continue to inspire contemporary research. As we peel back the layers of his enigmatic life, we discover not only the story of a brilliant alchemist and statesman, but also a timeless symbol of eternal inquiry. Thank you for joining us on this rigorous investigation into one of history's most perplexing figures. We invite you to engage with these insights, share your expert opinions, and subscribe for more deep dives into historical enigmas. Until next time, keep questioning and embrace the mystery. Stay curious and explore further mysteries.